This is a video on finding the integral of a piecewise linear function. The question states, use the graph of the piecewise linear function f to evaluate the integral from -2 to 2 of f of x dx. And here's a graph. Let's look at it a little bit bigger. And we notice that the function dips below the x-axis to the left of -1. It stays above the x-axis to the right, but it is piecewise linear. In other words, it's not differentiable at x equals 1. So I'm going to break this graph into 3 pieces. And we could think of the region A as the part that dips below the axis. And then of the part that's above it, we can break that into 2 pieces, the region below this line with positive slope and the region below the line with negative slope. And the nice thing about integrals is we're allowed to break them up. So we could say the integral from -2 to 2 of f of x dx is equal to the integral from -2 to -1 of f of x dx, plus the integral from -1 to 1 of f of x dx, plus the integral from 1 to 2 of f of x dx. In other words, the integral from -2 to 2 of f of x dx will be equal to negative the area of region A plus the area of region B plus the area of region C. So let's start out one at a time. For the integral from -2 to -1 of f of x dx, since that dips below the x-axis, it's negative the area of region A. And region A is a triangle, so I get -1/2 times the base times the height. Notice the base is 1, and the height is also 1. And I get -1/2. Now let's look at the second integral, and that's the area of region B. Since we're above the x-axis, it really is the area. Region B is a triangle. The base is of length 2, and the height is also 2. So I get the middle integral is 1/2 the base times the height, or 1/2 2 times 2, which is equal to 2. Now let's figure out the final integral, the integral from 1 to 2 of f of x dx. That's also a triangle, and it's also above the x-axis. So the area of this triangle is this integral, and the base is of length 1, the height is of length 2, so we get that this third integral is 1/2 times 1 times 2, which is 1. So now we're ready to complete the problem. Remember that the integral from -2 to 2 of f of x dx is the sum of the 3 integrals. So we can say that it's equal to -1/2 plus 2 plus 1. So finally we can say that the integral is equal to 5/2. And I'm done with the problem.